It's going to be the Candelas. They're about to be rolling in right here, but I believe that's a shotgun ready to engage Nello if they do go a bit too aggressive. The ping comes through as C4 will detonate as well and fight Neo on its way out. Definitely missed out. Nello will be picked up from the staircase, and that leaves it in a 2v3 situation. The diffuser is down. Solotov picked up on the side as well. Only up to Tyrant now. 1v3, 7 seconds. Needs to find a lot of buddies, but will find none. Scyther was kind of losing some time right here. Uses spot stand-up player, but takes a lot of damage himself. Neo tries to hop in. He needs to put up that pressure. They need to try and attack from two sides at the same time, but Nico just swings him, takes him out. Users will be picked up next. It's only up to Nello. He will find it first with the MK14. Phone call will give him a bit of security. Knows where these players are, but as he jumps in for the frost mat.
Just to sort of say we have some awareness, we hear the shuffling, but look at Nello where he's stacked up. There's the break onto the window. Nello's up through the gate. He's able to win out one. Scyther finds Tyrant on the swing, but Neo's inside, and Solotov, he's been able to get one on the backside as well. Suddenly, MNM has executed. It's a 3 versus 1. After the end of it, Exodus, the only one left. The rotate round on the backside of the stairs caught out. You can see they're on the drone hole as well. It's Users. Takes the toes, and if the first 2 rounds was MNM failure to launch, that was straight into space. Again, it's this decisive game. There it is. Solotov finally able to take care of WTG. Wasted a lot of time for his position, though. Emissions move back, watching from above, waiting for the hop in, and with 15 seconds, there is nowhere else for Solotov to go but through the fire and the flames here. Emissions waiting. Neo suffering in a scrap, but gets the lockdown. Gonna see if he can hold F. The cover needs to come through. They're still waiting for that player. Emission wins it out. Tyrant, he's able to get one. They hold F. It gets locked in. MNM.
Well done, Derek. Crucial gunfight one around the dining table, around the kitchen.
That canister is them buying them a second. Solotov looks for a fight elsewhere. Only a single player. No, Nico rotates back up as I say it. Goes to offer some of the support. There's a swing round. There's Nello with a hefty double. Looks for the third just on the swing round. The E1D isn't going to quite get the full catch, but WTG does. And he thinks better of trying to push on that advantage. Tyrant inside the site. WTG on the door of it. Gets the instant response. 2 versus 1.
Neo is inside. Is slowly peeking around the corner. They definitely know where he is now. The hatch gets opened up and that's a drop. But Neo finds him first. MNM.
There's the burn through. One either side. There's no gates. There's the ADS. There's the catch. There's the grenade you assume now. And there's the player gone. Perfectly played there. That's why you bring the Thatcher. Where they want to isolate the backside. Not sure what that was from the side of Tyrant. But there it is. Nico. The Solarium's becoming a battleground, but with 10 seconds, it's got to turn into a war. The first goes down. The second is caught out just a little. There it is. Tyrant at least gets some revenge. They're trying to get the diffuser planted. Cover on the box. Can he hold it down? It's a 2 versus 1. The answer's no. TT9 pull themselves level.
Now you see the suppressor quite a lot actually, as that's a C4. You should have moved.
He went for the fight instead. He thought he could take the man before they pressed the key, but...
And at the same time, there is still going to be yokais about, which will be taken out. Users, though, will find one. Solotov picks up another, and it's only up to Emission now. As he finds one, the hatch is soon to be coming into play as well here. We'll find that player somehow. Boots it back into a 3v1. The mirror window's open. There's someone on literally every single other door, but somehow he will still find one. Doesn't see the battle. Somehow does quad kill. Up for an ace. 5 seconds on the board. What? I did not expect that to happen at all.
Emission! Out of nowhere! Holding onto the corner, except, sorry, without the operator icon, sometimes you get a bit lost, but Users isn't. Finds the double over the top. The pings are continual. Tyrant, he's shown the door by Emission. 50 seconds.
That's another jump in to come through. Exodus will be trying to find his way onto the site, though, but the diffuser has been dropped up above. And as Exodus gets shut down, it's Emission. He will be able to find it first, and will connect the shots as well. Knows about a second player as well. The diffuser still dropped upstairs, so he will have to go up at some point, sooner rather than later. But he first wants to take the fight onto the actual player on the side. Digging in deep. They're playing this massively. They don't want to go for any swings. And this time it will be Neo that locks it out. It's very unfortunate now. Needs to go to a different avenue here. Spots out Malusi. We'll find him as well with another headshot. Emission is an absolute fire right here ever since. Gives him an opportunity. Oh, there's pings. They know exactly where he is. That's going to be the pre-fire. However, User still wins out on him.
Yeah, he did a pre-fire of his own. Emission. No. This is a man who's eating his steak for breakfast. Roll of the drones. TT9, where's the approach coming from? Right towards the feet of Nello. He goes down super low as well, but a great connection around WTG on the dance onto the hatch itself. The swing onto blue doesn't quite connect. It's a Mission and Scyther. There's a cacophony of explosions. A Mission, can you get the catch on the player behind the bed? There's the pop, there's WTG, but it's generally MNM's favor the swing round here. A Mission is still standing, looking for the tailing players. They haven't fully handed it over. Solotov bites back.
Because we know the information is this good on the side of TT9. No, this time it wasn't. Nico gets picked up, and that's going to be the second to lock it off. Fireplace shaft onto the mezzanines right here, and he's not wrong, because Tyrant is on there. And Solotov will find that very first kill. MNM finds yet another.
MNM's just gone for the swing before it became a problem. Tyrant survives by the skin of his teeth. They're able to find another one there. It's a fight onto the door. Scyther finally ends it, but there's another swing round. Solotov is able to get one more for the trouble. Exodus all that's left. Yellow ping on this player. He wants to try and win the first. Tries to bait the movement. There it is, but they're not fully forming it. It's a swing from Nello, and it's a map point from MNM.
Tyrant also coming over now towards the half wall just to make sure there is some extra protection as Nello goes for a jump out. Will fight Scyther, but somehow gets down. I'm not sure if that was a Claymore or something else that injured him there, but he's outside and will not be picked up, so surely he's going to be dealt with at all due moment. Flashbangs to come in, WTG to go aggressive, gets downed, and will eventually be locked up by Tyrant.
Nico might try and go for the hold out. That's an air jab that, well, I mean, it should get removed. But the player does.
They're so close to points. He will not find a first. It's Solotov that will lock him off and is only up to a Mission. Who else to try and lock this off? He will find a first again. Needs to find 3 more. He does have the diffuser this time around, so he's just heading right to the side. But he needs to be careful as someone is coming down the staircase. It's not just one, but it's 2. It's users that will find him. And it's going to be the 3 points for MNM. They will be victorious here against TT9, but it got so close.
Zdravo Nello, welcome back again. It's good to see you. It's been a few weeks since we've had a chat. How are you feeling?
Hello, Milos. I'm doing fine. That one round was...
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Since you're talking about it, what happened? Because there's no way you should have all peaked one by one.
We are just a bunch of trolls. That's basically it. We just want to make game for ourselves somehow harder, so we just trolled around. So that's basically it. Okay. But we called a timeout after, talked it through, and reset our mental, and it worked.
Well, I want to ask you a question in general about Chalet, because usually we get to see like Thatcher bans on Chalet. This time is not the case. Obviously, we've had an addition with the EMP impacts, and I just want to hear your opinion on how that all works in Chalet off of this game you've just had.
I think it's going to work a lot more on some other maps than Chalet, but still we saw some of the impacts today from the like Thatcher being open because there is EMPs and you cannot really ban anymore Thatcher completely. But yeah, like we had a similar idea. We saw 3 ADSs on the trophy stairs. We picked Thatcher, right? It's open now, so we can actually do it. They were picking a lot of Thatcher as well to get rid of a lot of utility. So I think Thatcher is going to be a lot more open and we're going to see a lot more of it.
All right. So what do you think there was that struggle in the first couple of rounds from your side? And why did it turn into a 3-3 at the half? Because that is unusual for Chalet.
We were quite slow. We were also got a little bit cold from waiting until the game. Since we started tech, like you need to be warmed up and ready, but we were a little bit too slow, a little bit too cold. And yeah, that's basically lost some gunfights and basically that's it.
All right. We already talked about that one round, but then how did you kind of rally everybody to take it to the second half and actually be positive about your position and be able to take it in a close 7-5?
I mean, I call a timeout. I was talking that it is what it is. It happened. Like, let's just move on. Let's have some fun. Like, let's just not all be depressed and lose the next 3 rounds and just lose the game, right? We still can win the game. It's still everything on the line. So we just managed to reset, which is really good. I don't think, like, let's say 4 or 5 months ago, we would be able to done that. So proud of the boys really much.
And you talk about, 4 or 5 months ago, this is the same squad that you've had since then. You've made no changes coming into the stage. Have there been any changes in the roles of, different players? Have you swapped anything between you? Have you swapped any operators that you guys will be playing?
We are testing some stuff. Maybe, I mean, you will see a lot of stuff. So I'm just not going to say anything. We're just going to have to wait and see.
Great thing to tell me on the interview part, the part where you tell me things that I ask you about, Nello.
Well, you're asking me personal team questions, which I'm not going to answer.
Personal team question. Okay. Fair enough. I don't want it to get so personal as that. We'll leave it for for other messages, other kinds of interviews. So Nello, it's a big victory for you today. Of course, the getting a W and getting all 3 points on the opening day.
We finally beat Pons, or the new org, what's the name? TT9.
Yeah, how does that feel? On Chalet, were you surprised when you saw the Chalet?
On Chalet as well. Yeah, it's been 2 stages. We couldn't beat them. We finally beat them. We almost rolled you in this game as well. So, but we won. It's good.
How do you feel for next week now? You're just taking your time.
Yeah, we're just gonna take it game by game. Next week is Outsiders, so we're just gonna take it game by game. We have a week to prepare, and we're gonna do our best.
You take some time off in between the major and now, just to rest up.
We had like 10 days off, something like that.
Not bad.
Which is fine. After the last stage, we have only 6 days off, so it's an improvement.
Baby steps now. That's what they say. But well, no, thank you very much for the interview as always. Anything you want to say to the fans out there?
Yes, much love as always, everybody who's supporting us. That's basically it. We love you a lot. Thank you for supporting us. Keep supporting us. We hope we're gonna see you on the next major as well, but it's a long run. So that's basically it.
All right. Now, thank you very much, and good luck. We'll see you next Monday. Bye bye.
Thank you, everybody. Everybody. Have a good night, Miloš.
Have a great trip.
English is too hard.
Thank you so much. See you next time.